There is food poisoning, yeah. If you eat food, if you eat human flesh, you can get, well, not food poisoning, you get sick, essentially. There are health events, mostly through wounds after fighting, but the wounds can get complicated if you leave them alone for too long. And what that leaves is, if you leave a wound untreated for too long, it develops into a negative trait. So, for example, a person can lose an eye, and then their accuracy with the bow diminishes. They can be left with a limp, so their mobility diminishes. They can have a bad shoulder or a bad back, and that will also decrease their mobility and so on. No kidding. That's why I said that. That's why I said at the beginning of this stream that comparisons with RimWorld will be inevitable, because this is just medieval RimWorld. It is, and that's not a bad thing. I like it. Stone block cutting. I want this to be unlocked because I'm going to be needing that. Okay, now I have the means to cut blocks. What I need next is a person who's gonna be dedicated to cutting blocks. And I think I'm gonna make all of the workshops here. So again, let's see. Nothing, wall. Wall. Ah, come on. Go. And the music is appropriately medieval as well. The game isn't that demanding technologically or technically, depending on how you want it. Oh yeah, there are rabbits, there are animals you can hunt. It is advisable to hunt to get more types of food, but right now I just wanted to harvest as much food as possible. I should also make walls around my stockpile to prevent the food from rotting and go into preserving food. But this eliminates ground decay, so I think I'm gonna research that next. You can actually, if you click on the type of food, I don't have any food in this pile now, but when you do, it tells you what is decaying from, so you can actually mitigate those problems. I don't think that many things when it comes to medieval theme can really compare to the Stronghold OST. The soundtrack for Stronghold is just perfect. Stronghold is also one of those games that I will be streaming at some point. There's too many games to stream, too little time. Fortunately, some of the games I stream are not all that long. I say even though I have been running StarCraft franchise since I started streaming. How much you can customize? When you're starting a colony, you can customize your starting settlers. You can either randomize them, or you can set specific values, and you can choose, again, just like in RimWorld, you can choose a seed, and you can choose the type of game you want to play. I'm playing standard. There is also peaceful, where there are no raids, and survival, where there are many raids. So again, this is determining the amount of events. There will be more events in the game later. Right now, this is what's available. Yeah, there is. I'm playing on a... Oh, there we go. There's an event. You can play on a small, medium, or a large map. Large map is what I'm playing on right now. So this is a new settler event, and the settlers can come in two types. One, where they're just wounded and you need to heal them, and two, they're on the run and you can either choose to save them or ignore them. So if I choose to help them, then there will be a raid following shortly thereafter. So of course I'm gonna accept them, and search party arrives in 1 day and 4 hours and 57 minutes. So he will be bringing his friends along soon, but that doesn't matter. What matters is I have somebody who is gonna be, well, he likes mining, so great. And you will be crafting. So you are miner crafter. So let's do mining first and then crafting. You are gonna be our bricklayer and brick maker. And he needs a bed. So I'm gonna make a bed for him. And Elena is cutting, so you can prioritize constructing hay bed. And Michel, here he's gonna be resting, and I'm gonna tend his wounds. There we go. So he has what wounds? Let us see. Minor chest laceration, which has been treated. So he's healing, so there will be no lasting effects. I will tell our good little Michel to that he can use any weapons and shields that he wants and any armor he finds. So he will equip himself. Tailoring. We're gonna be tailoring for winter later on. And now, let's see, workshops. I need stonemason's bench. So that's something that will be possible. So the developer did mention that you will be able to move from area to area. But right now you're stuck to your own map as far as I know. But eventually you will be, because you see there is a region. Maybe you can even, maybe you can visit. I haven't played around with this too much, so I don't know, but it's definitely something that's gonna be planned for later on. I know that there is a region map showing settlements nearby, so possibly, I'm not really sure. That's a lot of raining that we're having in this spring. Okay, and I want you to make these until you have, let's say, 50. Of course, he won't do anything right now because I don't have any stone, so I have to mine first. So while they're doing other tasks, let's see where we have stone. We have clay over here, a lot of clay. There is some stone over here. There is... we can dig up a quarry here. Is there a large chunk of stone somewhere that I can just dig up right now? Nowhere nearby, it seems. Unlucky. I got plenty of clay, but stone we will have to dig for, it seems. There is some stone here, but that seems to be the only chunk. There is also here hidden underneath the trees. That seems to be... oh, there is some stone over there as well. But I think that's too far. We'll just have to dig the quarry and just dig for stone. Yeah, it'll be faster. But I am going to dig this out. Gonna be digging for limestone. I think the game is around 20 gigabytes or something. It's not that big. Galaxy, I would recommend that you just go to the Steam store page and check out the specs. I don't know them by heart. Search party arrives imminent. So they're just about here, so we're gonna have some combat. Oh, congratulations, that's one of the type of games I didn't think I would ever finish. Okay, so when the raid starts and they're chasing somebody, you again have a choice. You can give them over, or you can protect them, in which case you have to fight them. I will protect them. Okay. So again, I'm gonna make another comparison to RimWorld. Drafting works the same way. Okay, so I'm actually, let's see, we have two bowmen. Let me see, which direction are they coming from? Are they even coming? Was this one of those rare instances where the raid has given up? Because I didn't read. Yeah, the raiders seem to have given up. There is no raid. Could it be? Okay, undraft them then. Okay then. Maybe the raid's gonna come next day? I don't know. I'm usually not this lucky. Okay, so while they're sleeping, Venild has a wound. No, that she doesn't. Or he, or whatever. Nobody has any settler wound. This might be a glitch. Well, okay, it says that she's sleeping and tending healing, but not sure what she was healing from. In any case, doesn't matter. So we want to get food onto the stockpile and want to make the stockpile. Well, there you go. I told you it wasn't big. 1 gigabyte sounds about right. I don't remember such details. I haven't had to worry about the size of files for a very, very long time. When both of your hard drives are in terabytes, you generally don't really have problems with storage space. Okay, so Michelle there is... oh, another rain. Okay, so this RNG seed is just raining on me. So food reserves on stockpile are low. Hold on, why are you making stuff? What's Venild's priority? Venild doesn't have a priority. Well, if you don't have a priority, how about you harvest? You don't have a smithing yet, so and hauling is gonna be your next priority. So you harvest and haul stuff. Okay, she's not harvesting because none of the food is yet ready, but there is other types of food you can be harvesting. These mushrooms over here, all of this over here, And I can also send you hunting, although I don't have a butcher stable yet. I like how the light changes as the clouds go over and you can see the shadows of the clouds. It's very nicely done, I have to say. Okay, so preserving food, I'm gonna put that in. Decorative structure is I'm gonna need that for some of the workshops. And how much stone do we have? 60 already. Oh, you've been busy. Good. Let's start making limestone walls. Okay, so the way I'm gonna do that is it's gonna have one door. Well, actually two doors, so that it can be accessed from both of the corridors. Go. I want to get the stockpile ready first so that I can stop worrying about food rotting away in the field. Stew has rotted on the stockpile. Yeah, that's what I figured. Stone. This ready for harvesting? Yes, it is. There we go, more food is being made. Okay. So we won't starve anytime soon. We're still in spring, so we have plenty of time to accumulate food. I want to have this prepared before winter. Oh yeah, now nobody's constructing because I've given different priorities, right? Okay, I'm gonna bring your priorities back. You go to constructing for a moment. Okay, so we're gonna remove this door and these walls. We're gonna remove proper walls later. I just want to get this thing enclosed and sorted first. And we're done with all that. Only more stone on the bottom, so we're gonna make a quarry here. Stone. Not much limestone, but every limestone counts. Next settler I get will probably be a cook. farmer, a cook, a stone cutter, and a farmer. I think I said farmer twice. Never mind. I'm kind of disappointed about the raid. I'm not sure if that was a glitch or if that was meant to happen. I didn't read the message when I accepted the raid, so I don't know what happened there. Kind of confusing. I was fully expecting a raid. Okay, so it is a bit difficult to look in, so let's construct accessibility so that they can go down for the resources. Don't you two have something else to do? Why are you all mining now? Oh yeah, they're gonna be unhappy if I don't build them some shrines. Let's do that next. So there are two religions in the game. The Wooden Restitution and the Wooden Oak Brethren. And your settlers will be one or the other. I can build them a church later, but for now I'm just gonna give them some shrines. Because they're gonna complain that they are not spiritually fulfilled or whatever. Available. None of this is very important right now. Now, clay brick can be used just much like limestone does, and I do have more clay. I could just burn it into bricks. Except that requires coal, which I also have to make first. I'm not sure which is better, clay or limestone. I think that limestone is more durable. I think. I haven't actually checked. Okay, this is going along nicely. I'm kind of bummed that we didn't get to fight. I'm not gonna lie, fights in this game are a lot more enjoyable than they are in RimWorld. I don't know why in RimWorld they seem kind of lethargic. They are more dynamic here, even though they're basically the same. I guess it's because of the 3 dimensions, because you can... And because of the traps that you can do, it's kind of more... it looks more effective. I don't know. I just like it more, I suppose. There's less of weapon variety though. I mean, you have plenty of melee weapons and each one of them behaves slightly differently. So... it's not the same if you equip a spear or a glaive or something else entirely. But it's also not as varied as it is in RimWorld. I mean, combat in RimWorld with different weapons and especially when you start raiding other bases and have a mortar team and things like that. That's something that really is done so well in RimWorld. Okay, I don't know how much wood I have. Not enough in any case, so... let's cut some trees! Because I'm gonna need to make doors and floors. It's not just you, there is an extra piece of wall, but I left it because this is all gonna be enclosed, so this is all gonna be a castle unit, and there's only gonna be one door. I'm gonna surround everything with a moat. That will force the enemy to only attack from one point. Again, the comparison with RimWorld comes. Enemy raids always go for your weakest point. So if that's a door, they're all gonna go for that door. And if there is one bridge and one moat and one door, they're all gonna go for that door. Now, later when they bring on catapults, they will make a hole, but even then, they won't coordinate, so by the time the hole is made, most of them will die. I essentially want to make it so that they have to wound themselves a lot by the time they get to me, because as the game progresses, every raid becomes more and more numerous, as in you get stronger enemies, so it is imperative that you fight strategically. So avoid melees whenever possible, use archers, use palisades, traps, walls, moats, because that is a valid way of defense. You can just build a moat. Okay, right now my priority is to finish the stockpile for food. And this is only going to be a stockpile for food. Right now it's stockpile for everything, but that's temporary. It's going to be only stockpile for food. I want to cover it with a roof and put shelves in it so that food inside stops rotting. You actually are... there is a hint in the game that if you build your storage, food storage underground, it's better in summer. Because of the higher temperature, you actually can see the temperature up here. In summer, because of the extra heat, even if it's stored, food will still go bad. Unless it's like smoked meat or something. Those things will be fine. And if it's on the ground, it'll also spoil. So you want to build shelves as soon as possible. And that's what I'm aiming for. I want to make this before I start rebuilding this. And when I start rebuilding this, because you can't just replace a wall with a different wall, you have to knock down a wall first, you'll just see a bunch of ceiling collapse. Okay, I'm gonna change this. This is not gonna be a dumping stockpile. This is just gonna be a regular stockpile. And this is clear all. This is only for food, seeds, and medicine, and animal carcasses. And this is gonna be for everything except for carcasses. Well, we can store here. No, we're gonna make a dumping ground outside for that. So no carcasses, no food, no seeds, and no medicine. There we go.